In this video I'm going to answer some common questions that I've been getting about reishi mushroom. But first, two things. You'll see a link below for a video that a friend of mine just posted last week talking about his experiences of reishi, what he's noticed from taking reishi, and just overall his feelings and just experiences with reishi, which I highly encourage you to check out because his experiences mirror greatly things that I've noticed and things that lots of other people have noticed as well. Secondly, I'm going to be doing a course on reishi. I have the outline, I have everything ready to go. I just want to make sure I don't leave anything out, make sure that I can answer all of your questions. So go ahead and post your questions below this video or just send me a message and I'll be sure to include that and answer that in the course. So I just wanted to get those two things out of the way. So the first question is, how much of a tincture or tea or a powdered extract does one need to take to really notice the effects? Well, if you're drinking a tea and if you're taking a tincture, there's a lot of variability there because some tinctures are really good, some are absolutely terrible, some teas are really strong, some are absolutely terrible. If you're using a weak product, you're not going to get a good result. So there's a lot of variability there. So with tinctures, I don't really know, just because most of the tinctures on the market are complete garbage, with the exception of, say, dragon herbs or jing herbs. In that tincture genre, theirs are probably the best. The rest I wouldn't even touch. Secondly, if you're making a tea, depending on the kind of reishi that you're getting, because if you're getting a standard hothouse reishi, which is just grown on rice or grain of some kind, it's not going to be as good. It's still going to have benefits, but it's not going to be as good as it could be, so your results will be diminished as well. But as a general rule of thumb, if you're taking a tincture, just follow the directions on the bottle. If you don't notice anything, double it or triple it. For a tea, you want to drink 2 or 3 cups a day for a month, and then you'll probably notice it. Which I'll touch on more of that in the second question, as far as when you'll actually notice the effects. Now, if you're taking a powdered concentrated extract, which is the best form, you want to get a Dunwood reishi extract because that's been shown scientifically and pharmacologically to be the most potent. And for that, you want to take half a teaspoon to a teaspoon twice a day, and that would be a good dosage. You can take more. I generally will do about 1 or 2 tablespoons per day on a pretty regular basis of a concentrated extract, which the extract that I recommend is the one that I sell because I source it myself. I know where it comes from, I know how it's grown, I know how it's processed, I know how fresh it is, I know everything about it. And being in the game, the reishi game, for all these years, trying pretty much every product on the market, I know this is the best because I know all these factors that go into it, I know where it's grown, and I take it myself and I source it myself. So that's why I feel comfortably able to recommend it. And that's at Hyperion Herbs. You'll see a link for that below. So second question is, how often do you need to take it to notice the effects, and when will you notice the effects? Well, with reishi, some people like every day. Some people like to do every other day. You'll just have to try it out and see what works best for you. But to really notice the effects, some people, right off the bat, instantly, they notice the effects. Other people, it takes a week or 2, sometimes up to a month, but then at that point, things really start to change and shift. But the thing with tonics, the things with most health disciplines that actually deliver results, real lasting results, is it takes time, because we worked 20, 30 years to get to a certain point, and that's just not going to flip overnight most of the time. It's going to take us time to shift and change, and basically the more we're able to change ourselves and work on ourselves, the better these herbs are able to work, and the faster and the easier they're able to work, because they work with us just as much as we work themselves, or work with ourselves, because it's like exercise. If you do it once a week for a month, you're going to get one kind of benefit. If you do it twice a week, it's another benefit. If you do it 3 to 5 times a week for 6 months, you're going to get an entirely different kind of benefit. So it's just something to keep in mind and realize there's many factors at play. One of the major ones is how in tune you are with your own nervous system. Some people can't feel anything, can't perceive anything, don't notice anything that's happening in their body because they've maybe numbed it out or blocked it out, or just haven't developed that acuity or that awareness or that ability. Others have spent time cultivating that ability through meditation, through yoga, through reflection, through body work, whatever it might be, and they're very in tune. So when something comes in, they feel it almost immediately. So wherever you're at on that spectrum might indicate and may influence how soon you'll actually start to see results. So what kind of results to expect? This varies from person to person, obviously, as everything does. You know, one person's poison is another person's panacea, another person's panacea is another person's poison. You know, we all have different characteristics, different predispositions, different personalities, and different things work with us in different ways. So what's heaven for me might be hell for you, and vice versa. But most people tend to express just feeling calmer and more peaceful and just more relaxed, usually pretty soon off the bat. Over time, people notice they don't get sick as much, they have more energy, they sleep better, their inflammation starts to go down, allergies start to go down. Things of that nature are generally experienced and noticed pretty early on. But again, I'll reference you back to the video I mentioned earlier, which you can check below, for my friend Jason talking about his experiences with Reishi. So what you can do now is, if you have any experiences with Reishi that you want to share, just post them below or post a video response, and we can all kind of chime in and really contribute to our overall collective knowledge and understanding of this herb and of the things that happen with this herb. Now, because I have experiences which I could talk for hours about, I'm sure you do too, and I'm sure I have in previous videos and I will in future videos. So hopefully that answers your questions about Reishi. Again, if you have any others, post them below. If you have any experiences, post them below. Or better yet, you can do a video response. After you do that, send it to me. That way I can see it and turn everyone else on to it. And if you have any questions, comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.